We're going to talk about our pause snatch, and this is going to be specifically when we pause right above the knee and the reason for that. So we've talked about how we're sending our knees back, and we need to learn how to go from here to this position. So I love a pause because you really can only think of one thing at a time when we're doing the snatch as one piece. So when we pause, we give ourselves the opportunity to think through the cues and think through what our body is supposed to do next. So in the setup, you can think about, setting your lats and making sure, your back's engaged and that your hips are in the correct position. Then we push the bar to above the knee and we're pausing and we're thinking, okay, are my shoulders in front of the bar? Are my shins still mostly vertical? Are my lats engaged and holding the bar in place? And then you go from the pause into the next position. So remember that the pause gives you a chance to give yourself the next set of cues and make sure that you're moving through those correct positions. So I want to talk about the pause and what happens after. So if I pick up my bar and I'm at the knee right above here where I'm paused, it can be tricky to know how to go from here to the hip. I'll turn a little bit. So if I continue to send my knees back, then we get in this position with the knees hyperextended. And the only way to go from here is out. And I see a lot of that. The other one is going from here that a lot faster. So my chest is higher, but my knees are still locked out. And again, the only place I can go is here. And something I didn't really understand until later in my weightlifting is that there is a change in directions with my knees. So when I've moved to here, I've been sending my knees back. When I go to the hip, there's a change of direction where the knee moves back forward. And this can get tricky because I have to do this while continuing to move the bar upward. So if I go here and I think, okay, knees forward, my bar hasn't continued to move up. And if I don't do that, my bar moves up, but my knees aren't in the right place. So we have to think about being here and pushing through the floor with our legs while getting that shift in direction. So that's why I'm giving you the pause so you can think about that change in direction. So it's going to look like this. We get set up, move to the pause, find that change of direction, and hit the snatch. So you'll see as I change, I'm thinking through it. I'm trying to get vertical. It's not abrupt. It's a smooth shift, and then it gets faster as I get to the hip. Then you'll get the opportunity to test it from the floor and see if you can find that same position.